What's going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video. Look like Juju Watkins is turning heads after a recent press conference after the Connecticut game. And is Paige Bueckers' draft stock ruined from a loss to Juju Watkins? We finna dive into it all. For this one here, we gotta go to Connecticut. Let's get it. Let's go. One thing I can say is that Juju Watkins and her USC Trojans definitely got some get back on Paige Bueckers and the UConn Huskies last night in Connecticut, though. It was a sensational battle between both superstar basketball players. Paige Bueckers did not come up a slouch, not at all. She killed up and showed out, but Juju ultimately walked away with the dub, her and her team. Now, there was a lot of stuff that was said going into this game. A lot of people felt as if, Paige Bueckers was just going to come in there and put the beats on Juju now. But that was not the case. Juju ultimately finished the game with 25 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists, 3 blocks. She was 9 of 16 from the field, 3 of 4 from 3, and 4 of 5 from the free throw. And I'm telling you right now, she has become the face of college basketball. She had a lot to say at the conclusion of that game. She gave a lot of praise to Paige Bueckers and the UConn Huskies, but one thing she did not shy away from was her team putting on a spectacular game. Let's roll the footage.
Right after the final buzzer, both of your hands kind of shot up, and you faced your bench and the supporters who were there. Just what was going through your mind in that moment, and how significant was this victory?
Yeah, I mean, it feels great to get the dub always. I think it hit a little different knowing the history of last year and how they sent us home. So it was just great to see everybody that came out. I mean, I don't think I've ever played in front of so many people. So just to see my family here, all the SC fans, it meant the world.
Juju, you guys get up 18, and then it was like a 60-minute stretch where you don't score, and kind of the lead goes away. What went through your mind when they took the lead for you to kind of take over in that final stretch?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just poise, just centering with each other and making sure we're all on the same page. I don't think we were ever really rattled. We knew what this team was capable of. They were going to go on runs, so it was just a matter of handling that and coming out on top.
Yeah, I think playing with her, it brings a lot of confidence for our team. Like seeing her knock down shots and being fearless with the shots as well. I think Coach Lindsay said it best, is like a lot of the things she does is super hard, but she makes it look so easy. So I think she really got us going on the offensive end, and then everybody else, like we're on that run. So we wanted to make sure defensively we're getting stops, and then offensively taking care of the ball. But I think, we all know she is a superstar, so playing with her definitely relieves pressure on everybody else. And yeah, I think that really helped us start the game today.
I mean, when you're in finals and you're having practices around that schedule that they have, it's really easy to keep their attention when they know we have UConn ahead. I said to play elite competition, our practices have to be elite, and I thought we had some of the best practices leading up. That makes you better. I think the way that they challenge you, they make all 5 players defend. They make all 5 players sprint. And yet, at the same time, we also knew we had areas that we could attack them with, and I think it just got everyone pumped up to play, but there was not a moment that we didn't practice as if we were about to play elite competition. That just makes you better every single time. Yeah, Rhea. So I think a lot of people talked about that, right? Like there's 2 mega stars or what have you on both teams, and all those players stepped up in the stat line. So a lot of times it's often going to come down to everyone else, and I thought a real difference was the 3-point line. The fact that we got 3 threes from Kennedy Smith and her defense. The fact that Kaylee Heckle came in and knocked down shots and did not at all play like a freshman. Rhea has been our anchor in so many ways. To have a 6'5" kid who can be out there switching and guarding everyone and then get a critical, bucket when she's just bigger than everyone. I think a lot of this comes down to the fact that it was an entire team win. I thought we got really good minutes from TBO and Avery. Like, really, we just felt like it had to be a 5-player, operation, with whoever was on the court.
Doug Harmon, DAP. I got one for you, Juju, and one for you, Lindsay. Juju, the big picture, this game's nationally televised, 2 great stars with you and Paige. You both had moments where you carried the game with Paige. You had that block on her, I think you scored left in their end. Just what does it mean for women's basketball having a game like this?
Yeah, Paige is a excellent player, and I think it's just a testament to when you give women a platform, we're going to perform. And I think that tonight was an excellent game. I think playing, I was so kind of tired towards the end, but it was just beautiful to be a part of, and I couldn't imagine watching it. So super exciting, and I think as we continue to get games like this, we'll always show up.
And Lindsay, just Kenny came back tonight, so what does that mean to have her back from rotation?
Yeah, it was a significant loss for us when she went out. I've said before, I think she's the best defensive freshman player I've had ever. And when we lost her, it was a blow to sort of some of the things we can do. And that said, it also gave other people really good minutes to get better. So Kaylee got better, Malia Samuels got better, Avery Howell got better. So now we're just a more complete team, with her coming back. She is a freak of nature. Just genetically and her work ethic. For her to come back after, a procedure that she had as quickly as she did, her competitive fire, I can't say enough about her and what she means to our team. And, credit to our medical staff as well. Everyone did a good job with that, and we're happy to have her back.
Kareem Copeland, Washington Post, for you, Kiki. Can you share some of the conversations you guys were having amongst yourselves as they're chipping away and kind of coming back in this atmosphere? That can be a lot, but you guys kind of responded and share some of that conversation and how you guys were able to kind of not let them give it over that hump.
Yeah, I think our confidence never wavered from the beginning of the game, and when things, started to go their way, it still never wavered. I think every single person that was on the floor, and even our bench, was always saying something. So it wasn't one person leading the team. Everybody had something of value to say, and we all trust each other. So I think it was just, again, like reiterating that we've done this before, we've done the work, there's nothing to worry about. We're really big on getting stops, and I think defense fuels us a lot. So even when things aren't going our way on offense, we're like, we can just get a stop on defense. So I think the biggest thing for us was our confidence remained the same throughout the game.
Lindsay, going to school out here, seeing what Gino's done, what does this mean to you personally?
Yeah, I told a story yesterday. I'll make it quick, but when I was at Brown and I was a senior, my mom had passed away a year before. My dad would come up a lot, and he came up for a home weekend, which was a Friday, Saturday. And on the Sunday, he's like, "What do you want to do today?" And I'm like, "Well, UConn and Tennessee are playing each other. You want to drive to stores?" And he's like, "Okay." And it was sold out, and I was in that building and saw this atmosphere. And like, for me now to bring a team here and to know we could do it, and then to actually do it, is incredibly meaningful. To see how far the game has come. But like I said, a lot of it, like the rest of the country's caught up with stores, caught up with UConn in terms of valuing women's basketball. So to me, to see a place that valued women's basketball like that just made me believe that that can be spread across the country. And then to come here with players that, they believed in me, they believed in us, they believed in USC. And now to see Juju and Kiki perform on this stage, it is really incredibly significant. I'm really happy for them. Not surprised, but just watching, their brilliance in front of this crowd is really meaningful.
Right here, and then last two will be Alexa and Ben.
Lindsay, second half we went to a little smaller lineup with Shelley out there and Connell. Was that a look you were anticipating, or was that something that kind of came out of left field?
No, definitely not out of left field. I think he said it a couple times. I try to listen to everything people say in press conferences, but I think maybe it was after the Notre Dame game. He said, "I got to go a little more Sarah at the 5," and it's an incredible matchup problem for people. You got 5 people who can shoot the 3. I'm looking at the box score. Like, in my mind, I felt like they hit like 10, 15 threes. Like, that's what it felt like, and there's only 6. But the threat of the 3 is there all the time. They're skilled players. So we knew it was a possibility. And then we had to think about, do we match and go small, or do we stay big? And again, I credit Rhea and Kiki with their ability to guard smaller players and still be switchable and try to punish people on the other end with their size. So expected him to do it, and it was hard. It was hard to match up to.
Alexa. 2 questions real quick. Lindsay, you mentioned the 3-point
It's huge for us. I mean, I believe we can be a really good three-point shooting team, and we've had, games where we've made some and games where we haven't. But obviously that opens the floor for Juju and Kiki in a way that almost nothing else does. Like, I can try to run stuff and move people, but just making shots is such a difference. I mean, look at the assists. They both have 5 assists, I think. Ju and Kiki each had, Kiki had 6. I think when you can spray it to a shooter and they knock it down next.
That was Paige Bueckers and her basketball team talking about the game that took place last night. Now, one of the biggest questions of it all is, will Paige Bueckers go number 1 in the upcoming draft? So right now, I believe her draft stock could possibly be ruined. A lot of people have been saying that Paige Bueckers possibly been in college just a little bit too long. Whatever the case may be, she's still a sensational basketball player. But I want to know you guys' thoughts down in the comment section below. How do you guys feel about Juju Watkins? Like always, until next time, dog, shake the haters off. I'm out of here, baby. Peace out. Shake